Goldylocks Productions broadcasts universal cosmic frequencies that unlock, awaken, and expand the consciousness of our worldwide viewers and listeners. Welcome to the Transformational Soul Show with your host, Ruth Soltman. Are you ready to experience more stability in your life? You can change your life and be who you are meant to be, your authentic self.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Ruth Soltman, and I am the host of the Transformational Soul Show, and I am so excited to be with you this morning. There's lots of energy moving in with this full moon today, and I'm definitely feeling it. I had a very difficult time sleeping last night, and I was up really late, so I could feel that energy already starting to transpire. And with the full moon, you could actually feel that energy the day before and the day after as well. It's very powerful energy. And, when you tap into that, and you can do that through meditation, focusing on it. And when you tap into that, it can be very powerful for you. Good morning, Kristen. Nice to see you. Glad you could be here this morning. And what I like to do at that time of the full moon, and I also do this with the new moon, is set different intentions. Well, the full moon is a time when we celebrate our growth, and we can reflect on how far we've come, and all of our feelings and emotions and dreams can be very much amplified. So if you feel like you're going through a lot right now, just know that it's a lot of this full moon energy, and you can move yourself right through it. But technically, the moon is only full actually for one moment, but you can feel that energy, like I said, for all 3 days. And a lot of times, if I'm not watching the calendar and know when the full moon is coming, then I can usually feel it with the energy, and then I'll look at the charts and I'll realize that's what it is. So this is a really good time to set those intentions, because that energy is very, very powerful, and it can really assist you in your growth. It would be a great time to try that forgiveness exercise that I told you about last week. And if you need more information on that, that's in my book, Metamorphosis A Journey of the Soul. And while I'm on that subject, let me grab my book here. I just wanted to remind you that it's still on sale just till the end of the month. So there's only a few more days left. And I drastically reduced the price to show my appreciation for all the love and support everyone has given me. And it's actually $4 off of the ebook and $4 off of the paperback. So if you've been wanting to get that, check that out before the end of the month so you can get that sale price. Because when February starts out, it's going to go back up. Now, I just wanted to welcome you to the Super Chat feature that we have. Many of you know that if you're watching live on YouTube, there's an option there where you can give a tip or donation to me and to my show, and know that those donations are very helpful and very appreciated. And now we have a new feature where you can do the same thing on Facebook. If you're watching on Facebook, we have an option where you can leave a tip or donation through Venmo. Just make sure that when you do that, you specify what show or host that it's for. And one nice feature about this app is that you can make your tip or donation at any time. It does not have to be during the live show. So if you're watching a replay, then you can still do that. And that's something you can't do on YouTube, because YouTube only works if you're live. So I just want to let you all know that I had a little chat with the angels this morning and asked them what message they wanted to be conveyed today. And they said very clearly to me, the message is always love. So no matter what it is, got a chill when I said that. That is what our message is. So that can come in many forms to many people, different forms to different people. I did pull a couple of cards this morning, and the first card I pulled for the collective was from the Rebecca Campbell deck, Work Your Light Oracle cards. And these are really beautiful, beautiful cards. And this first one says, where are you being called to journey to? It's absolutely amazing picture. The artwork on these cards is just phenomenal. And, you know, I think right now so many people are searching and searching for where they belong. They aren't really sure. They're not sure what they're here to do. They're not sure why they're here. And a lot of people are searching for that path. And, you know, it can be a difficult time because it can be very confusing and it can be a little bit scary when you feel like you don't know what your purpose is. And it's really important to move into that place of figuring that out and remembering that, because we all know what it is. We all know our purpose. We just, when we come here to this earth plane, we forget and we have to remember. Sometimes, you know, some little thing might jog our memory. And with other people, it's going to take a long time. And it's going to take a lot of deep digging and inner soul work. And funny that the Archangel Oracle cards, which I use, these are the ones I use just about every week by Doreen Virtue. We got the Nurture card. And what this card says, it's Archangel Gabriel. And Archangel Gabriel says, as you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for right now. So when you can get into that childlike mindset, and what does that mean? Well, you're very curious about things. You're very joyful about everything. You do things just for the pure joy of doing them. And then that helps you to heal your inner child. Because we all have, you know, issues that we grew up with, or, you know, issues from relationships and stuff. And we all have to clear that out. It's very important to clear that out. And in doing so, you know, we can help and heal ourselves. I also wanted to say this morning, before I forget, I wanted to take a minute to mention that one of our regular viewers, Devin, he couldn't be with us live today, but just asking that we all send him a little bit of extra love and healing energy today. I know he will appreciate that, so thank you. And if anyone would like a card this morning, just let me know and I will go ahead and pull that card for you. And when we were talking last week about forgiveness, I know some of you have been really working hard on this and getting to that place of forgiveness for things that, you know, you feel people have done you wrong or whatever the situation may be. But I just need to stress again how crucial and important it is to forgive yourself. I mean, we have such a hard time forgiving ourselves, and we are always so hard on ourselves. Good morning, Ludi. I'm so happy to see you. Would you like me to draw an angel card for you? Just let me know. Just drop it in the comments. And sometimes when we don't forgive ourselves, some of the ways that works out in our life is that we don't treat ourselves very well. You know, once we learn to forgive ourselves and love ourselves unconditionally, then the self-care comes in, and it's so easy to do because of how we feel about ourselves. And good morning, Marie. How are you this morning? And Ludi says, yes, she would like a card. And these are the beautiful Archangel Oracle cards that I use every week, the Doreen Virtue deck. And Ludi, the card I drew for you, you got the Courage card. This card has been coming up a lot lately on other shows and everything too. Be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. It's Archangel Raguel. And right now, it seems like everyone is needing a little bit extra courage. Courage to stand in our truth, courage to be our authentic selves and live an authentic life. Courage doesn't mean, I mean, it means many different things, and it's in many different areas of your life. It doesn't mean, you know, like courage. I'm not really sure what I was going to say there. Sorry about that. But courage is something that it's an inner strength that you have. And even though sometimes we may be fearful of doing something or apprehensive, when we do it, we're being very courageous and brave. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So I just pulled another card, and it's the one that flipped over on its own. And look at that. It's the courage card again. And I just got chills when I saw that. Stand up for your beliefs. So some of you out there are just learning, what your beliefs actually are and trying to figure that out. And it can be hard because a lot of times, when we're figuring this out, we're faced with situations or information that, is kind of mind blowing and things that, we wouldn't have normally thought of. And it's just really cool to see when that starts happening in your life. And I drew another card for everyone. And this card says, take back your power. This is Archangel Raziel. Use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. Every bit of energy that you put out there, every intention that you put out there creates a vibratory energy. And that's what the universe is going to bring back to you. So if you are always negative and always feel like, oh, my life is so awful, and you have those feelings all the time and you send out that kind of energy, the universe is going to send you situations to prove yourself right. It's going to send you situations to make you say, oh, see, my life is awful. But when we live in a place of love and gratitude, and that's the energy that we put out there, the universe, it just multiplies it and sends it back to us. And then the universe sends us more things to be grateful for and more people to love. And it's a wonderful cycle as long as you stay in the light and be positive. And Ludi said, thank you. You're welcome. So happy to see you. Good morning, Joyce. Okay, Marie said she would like a card. Oh, Marie, you got the comfort card. And this card is Archangel Raguel saying, I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. So I'm feeling like you have some situations that need a little bit more healing on your part, opening up your heart a little bit more to let the love and the forgiveness and all of that wonderful energy flow through you. But it sounds like the angels are telling you that they are there for you. They're here to comfort you. And whenever you need them, just call on them. They will always be there for you. Always. Okay, Kristen, I'm going to pull a card for you. And I just want to remind everyone while I'm shuffling about the Super Chat feature we have on YouTube. And now, for those of you who have joined us later, we also have a feature on Facebook. It's through Venmo, where you can leave a tip or donation. And that's also available after the show. It doesn't have to be live. So you can check out that feature and just know that all the tips and donations are very much appreciated. Okay, Kristen. Kristen, you have a brilliant idea. Card. And that area, your ideas are divinely guided. Take action to bring your ideas to fruition. So I get the feeling that there's something going on, some ideas you've been playing around with in your head, and maybe you're not too sure about, but just know that you are being divinely guided. So have no doubt. You've got some really good ideas, and you just need to act on those a little bit more. So I hope that helps, Kristen. And let's see, Laura's here. Good morning, Laura. How are you doing? Okay, Joyce would like a card. Marie says, thank you. Oh, okay, love a card. Oh, you're welcome, Marie. Joyce, let's find you a card. What does Joyce need to know today? Raziel says, your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. let go of worries, and feel their loving blessings. So maybe you've been thinking about some loved ones that have moved on lately and been feeling a little tug on your heart. Know that they're okay. Know that they are flourishing and sending you love and light always, and that they are always with you. That energy never dies. It is always there. So just know that. And when you need comfort, just go to the angels and ask them to help you feel comfort and know that you are loved. Oh, Laura says she's doing great. That's awesome. Joyce says yes. That's great, Joyce. So happy. I'm so happy you got the message that you needed. And that's one amazing thing about these angels. And it's so funny that it always amazes me, but yet I always know that it's going to happen. Because every time I pulled a card for someone, it's been exactly what they needed to hear. And, it's just always perfect. If I stop shuffling when I do, I just know when to stop shuffling. And they just guide me all the way. And it's so wonderful. And it's just amazing. And you're very welcome, Joyce. I'm really glad you could be here this morning, Joyce. So how's everyone feeling with all this new moon energy? I know I was talking about that at the beginning, but we've got a lot of more people now that have joined in. And have you noticed a shift in energy? I'm very curious because I noticed it yesterday a lot. And it always feels like a really good, positive energy. And it just helps me to get more things done, for one thing, because I seem to have more energy and I require less sleep, which is always nice. But I know it affects different people differently, so I'd be real curious to see how this affects you. Joyce says she's happy to be here, and there was definitely a shift. Awesome. Everybody else is feeling it too. Good morning, Sarah. How are you? Would you like a card this morning? Just let me know. And I also brought with me a new deck I have. And these are Oracle of the Fairies. And the fairies are fun, very fun creatures. And they're very joyful. And they like to play. And I thought that would be some wonderful energy to have in here this morning. So I'm going to pull a card for all of us. And these cards are absolutely beautiful. And these are by Karen Kay. And the first card we get is Believe in Magic. When you believe in it, you will see it. Open your eyes and see the magic that's all around in nature. The fairy of the northern lights says, you are part of nature, so you are magical too. Yes, you are part of nature. We all are. We're all connected. So, and Sarah would like a card this morning. And you can tap into that oneness of all. It's everything, nature, all of our humanness. We're everyone on this earth is connected in this universe. Sarah, the card I got for you is Clear Your Space. And that's Archangel Raguel. And she is saying to get rid of clutter, clear the energy around you, and use Feng Shui. I know a lot of people have been clearing and like we talked about last week, it's not just the physical clutter. I've been doing that a lot too. I'm getting ready to move next month. So I've been, going through some old stuff and packing up stuff that no longer serves me, and getting ready to donate that. So I've been going through a lot of that and cleaning up my clutter. And with the another thing with the full moon is Set your intentions. Set your intentions to help you get rid of what no longer serves you. Use that energy. Take advantage of this time. It does come every month, and each full moon has its own powerful energy. And so you can set your tensions all the time. And we also have the full moon when we set our intentions and things that we want to start seeding now. But we'll talk about that when the new moon comes around. But right now, for this full moon, we need to really set some powerful intentions and tap into that energy, that lunar energy, because it's very powerful. And it can just take our intentions and take them as far as they can go. So I'm pretty excited about that. And it's really chilly here in Texas this morning, so I have my coffee with me. I got up this morning and it's only 38 degrees. It's crazy. So, like I said earlier, this is a really good time to work on that forgiveness exercise. If you're looking to heal yourself from some past issues and free your soul a little bit. Okay. I'm going to take a card for everyone again. And this is the Take Back Your Power card, which came up again the second time during the show. So somebody out there needs to step into their power and take back their power. You can't give your power away to someone else. You can't let someone else call all the shots in your life. That's your job. And sometimes we get ourselves into situations where that does happen. You know, maybe it's a significant other, a loved one, you know, that feels they know best, and we just don't say anything and we let them kind of take over. And it's very unhealthy, and we have to stop doing that. So you need to stand in your power. You need to take your power back and know that you are enough. Okay, Kristen would like a card from the fairy deck. And Sarah, thank you so much for your super sticker. I really appreciate that. You're awesome. Kristen got the friendship card. And what this card says is, fairies and humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out those who will support and encourage you on your journey to fulfill your dreams. Well, Kristen, that's a pretty exciting card. And it's true, we all do need friends. Us in the human world and the fairies in the fairy world. And, you know, it's nice to have someone to do things with, or to, you know, talk about your issues, or, you know, just having that companionship can really help us to heal as well. And different people come into our lives for different reasons. Sometimes they're there for our whole life. Sometimes they're there just for a short time to teach us a lesson. But it's important that when you learn that lesson and it's time for them to exit your life, that you let them. Don't try to hold on to something that's not supposed to be there. When you release that energy, you're going to be able to have room to let something new in. Out with the old and in with the new. And Sarah, I've got a fairy card for you. Thank you so much again for your super chat. And the Believe in Magic card came up again. And it's a big deck, see? And I've sat here shuffling for a long time while I was talking. And the same card came up again. Believe in magic. Open your eyes and see the magic that's all around you. There is magic everywhere. And I saw a meme yesterday, and it was about how kids see magic everywhere because they look for it. And it had a picture with like a lot of different magical creatures and such. And it just made me think that, you know, there is magic everywhere. We just have to look for it. But usually as adults in our busy lives and everything, we don't take the time to see what's right in front of us sometimes. And it's important to stop and to notice. And, once you believe it, you're going to start seeing it. And, that is a beautiful, beautiful place to be. Sarah says she's doing okay. Sarah, you need to be doing fantastic. Fantastic. Laura says she would love an angel message. Of course. Let's see what the angels want you to know, Laura. Okay. Oh my. I think that's the third time this card has come up today. So, take back your power. Use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. Manifest blessings in your life. Laura, I don't feel like you've been giving away your power, but I feel like maybe you need to set some new intentions. And that's just what I'm getting. Set some new intentions for manifesting. And now is the perfect time with this new moon, or I'm sorry, the full moon. So that's what I'm getting for you. The Take Back Your Power card has come up several times today. It's very interesting. Good morning, Katie. Katie says she would love a message. Good morning, Melissa. And Katie, you've got the Moon Cycles card. It's a very pretty card. And this is Archangel Raguel. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations, and capitalize upon these cycles. That's some great confirmation for just what we've been talking about today, because we've been talking about the full moon and how powerful that energy is. And I also said how during the new moon, we do different, we have to set different intentions. And that card is just some confirmation that, we need to set those intentions now with this full moon. We're on the right track. So I hope that helps you, Katie. Good morning, Melissa. Good morning, Pam. Beautiful full moon day. Oh, you're welcome, Laura. So we started talking earlier about forgiveness with ourselves and moving into that place of loving ourselves and self-care. And self-care is so important and crucial to our well-being. It's important for our growth on every single level. And self-care doesn't mean you have to go out and buy yourself expensive things or treat yourself that way. But self-care is taking care of yourself. And it is everything from what you eat and drink and put into your body, as well as what you expose yourself to. Negative energy, negative self-talk. And we really need to be positive and to only say nice things. I was talking to my granddaughter the other day. She had said something that was a little nasty. And I said, have you seen the movie Bambi? And she said, no. And I said, well, in the movie, Bambi's little friend Thumper, he always says that if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. And I think that's a really, really good rule to follow. Because when we say something negative or not nice, we put that energy out there. And that energy is not what we want, to bask ourselves in. But when we put out those kind and loving thoughts, then that's the beautiful love and light that we're going to surround ourselves with. And sometimes I know it's like so easy to talk negatively to yourself. And a lot of times we do it without even thinking about it. We might make a mistake and say, oh, I'm so dumb. Well, you're not dumb. And you shouldn't say you're dumb, because everything that you say, your body believes. So it's very important to put those positive words out there and that positive energy. Okay, so let's see where we're at. Pam says she's open to receive a message. All right. Let's see, Pam. What have we got for you today? Relationship harmony. That's a very pretty card, too. And this is Archangel Raguel. We angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. So I don't know if you have a situation around you where things are very questionable, possibly even argumentative, but just know that all people involved in whatever this situation is, their hearts are being opened. And everything will be resolved with love and light. So just know that. And you know all the angels are always with you. And they're always there for you. And Pam said, beautiful, thank you. So relevant. That's awesome. Sarah says, I started reading your book. I'm loving it so far. Oh, thank you, Sarah. So happy to hear that. Melissa would love an angel message. Okay. What do the angels want Melissa to know today? Let's see what we have here. When I saw this card, Melissa, I just got chills from head to toe. Crystal clear intentions. Archangel Michael, our protector, be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. Now, it's very important to be clear with our intentions. You know, sometimes we're more clear with what we don't want than what we do want, and that does not work. We have to put out that intention of what we want to come to us, what we desire. I know a lot of times I've had friends who, they wanted to meet someone, special. And I'd say, well, what are you looking for? Well, I don't want blah, 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 and I don't want blah, blah, blah. And, nothing would happen. And then those same people would put out that intention of exactly what they're looking for, and then they would meet someone new. And it's like that with every different situation in your life. Make sure you're very clear on your intentions. And I feel like you are, Melissa, but maybe there's something that's a little cloudy. That maybe that's what they're referring to. So everyone out there, crystal clear intentions. So Katie says, thank you. My intention is to focus on clearing my throat chakra and releasing. Oh, that's awesome. And your throat chakra, then it's going to help you to speak your truth. And just curious, have you tried any meditations on, the throat chakra, or, how are you doing that? I'd be interested in knowing. Clearing your throat a lot works. It helps too, because it moves that energy around. And Kimberly says, good morning. Good morning, Kimberly. It's nice to see you here. And for those of you that are just joining us, I want to remind you about the super chat on YouTube. And then we also have a new feature here on Facebook, because we didn't want you guys to feel left out. You can leave a tip or donation through Venmo, through this Facebook show. And you just have to make sure you specify, the host and the show that it's for. And those donations and tips are very welcome, and they do help to keep my show on. And I was just going through the card deck again and shuffling, and a card fell out. And look at what card it is. Third time today, I believe. So I guess we really need to reiterate this point that we really, really need to step into our power. We need to speak our truth. It's so important now, more than ever before. And when you do, and you raise your vibration, you raise the vibration of the entire consciousness. And with everything that this earth is going through right now, and all of the awakenings that are going on, And all of these people who are, beginning to realize who they are and beginning to live in their truth, it's, think of it as a gift. Think of it as a gift that you are giving to others. It's a gift you give yourself, of course, but think about it as a gift you give others as well. Because when you step into your power and you stand in your power and you live your truth and you walk your talk and you raise your vibration, and other people see you as an example, and it gives them the courage to do the same thing. And then it just spreads like a drop of water in the ocean. It spreads everywhere. It has that ripple effect. And it can transcend to everyone. And, think about what a difference we are making on a global level when we share our love and we share our light. And we can all tap into that collectively. We can feel the energy of others. We can feel the energy of the earth and nature. And when we really tap into it, it can be very powerful. And it's a really amazing feeling to have that feeling of oneness and to know that we are a part of something much, much, much bigger. But just like a drop of water in the ocean that affects the entire ocean as it ripples out, everything that you do has that ripple effect in life. It ripples out to places that you won't even know. So if it's something very positive and loving and you're sending love and light, then that ripple effect is going to spread way beyond what you can see. But keep in mind that when you're, maybe being a little bit negative, that energy too will have the same effect. So you always want to keep it positive. And some people, can do for others, but not for themselves. So if that's the case, then just keep in mind that how much that will affect other people. So maybe you don't care if it affects you. Maybe that's where you're at right now. But it does affect others, and it is a gift you can give to others and to help others. So keep that in mind as well. Katie says, I look for YouTube 5G, I love music therapy, a couple of songs about saying sorry and forgiving. I find repetition healing. Thanks for the very clear message. Well, you're very welcome. I'm glad it was very clear. And I love using meditations as well. And sometimes when you're in that space of meditating with it, you can feel that chakra vibrating. And that is a pretty awesome feeling too, when you can feel it expanding. So start speaking your truth more, Katie. Step outside your comfort zone a little bit and have no fear. And don't worry about what anybody says or thinks, even if they voice their opinion to you. Don't let that affect you. Just stand in your own power, because you can do this. You can do this. Okay. Let me take a drink here. My throat's getting a little bit dry. So it's almost the end of the month. And I just want to remind you that my book is still on sale on Amazon through the end of the month. It's right here. And both the ebook and the paperback are both $4 off. And I did that because I appreciate you guys so much. Because since I started my show, everyone's just shown me so much love and support. And it goes a long way. And I'm very, very grateful. I'm very grateful for each and every one of you that are here, for each and every one of you that'll watch the replay. I'm just very full of gratitude this morning. Well, always. But I love you guys so much. And, we're all in this journey together. And it's really awesome when we can help each other out. So I'm going to pull a card for everyone again, for the collective. And this is the Work Your Light card. And I know last week we had talked about finding your purpose and forgiveness. And if anybody has been working on those forgiveness issues, just drop it in the comments and let me know. And if there's any way I can, help you through that, just let me know. So this is the Work Your Light cards again. And this is the card I just pulled for everyone. This is a beautiful Pillar of Light card. And it says, your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. The vibration is rising. And, there's so many things we can do to help raise our vibration. There's certain music can help, and just music that you find, soothing and comforting and healing will help you to raise your vibration. Laughing helps you raise your vibration. Living in that place of gratitude helps you raise your vibration. Living a healthy lifestyle, everything contributes to it. And it's just awesome. Everything is awesome. You guys are awesome. Katie says, thank you. I always find I tune in when I need to listen and hear. Oh, that's great. And we all have a lot of work to do, don't we? All these people that are beginning to awaken now, as much of a transformation as there was last year in 2020, I feel like 2021 is going to be even bigger, on a bigger level. And, I've seen a lot of it myself just on social media. So many people are discovering, I guess you could say, discovering themselves, realizing who they are, figuring out their purpose and why they're here, and, working to fulfill that purpose. And we're all here to help humanity heal in one way or another. And we're all going to do that in our own different way. It may be raising a family full of love and full of light. It may be bringing those children into the world for the purpose that they're going to serve. But you are the only one that could bring them into this world. It may be, something that artwork. Maybe you like art, and maybe something that you're going to create is someone else is going to see, and it's going to touch them so deep in their soul that a healing takes place. And you just don't know. So when you get that little nudge and that push from the angels, from the universe, from God, do it. Because you don't know how fulfilling that can have such effects on other people. And, we're all here to help each other heal. And we have to heal ourselves too. And in the process of healing ourselves, we can help others heal. What experiences have you had that maybe a lot of people haven't? Maybe you were in a very abusive situation at one time in your life. How did you heal from that? So maybe some people are walking to your life that are in that same situation, and the experiences that you went through can help them to heal. There's so many things that go on behind the scenes that we don't know about, but it's always for our greater good. Always. Katie says, shame and guilt. I work on the shadow self. Okay, I understand that. I can understand that. And that's important. And send a lot of love and light to your shadow self. And once you shine some light on it, it will no longer be in the dark. Pam says, yes, you are awesome. We are all awesome. Yes, we are, Pam. You are awesome. And thank you. I can feel the energy of everyone here, and it's a pretty overwhelming sometimes. It's absolutely beautiful. A lot of times when I get done with my show, I'll sit and have a cup of coffee or something, and I start getting a headache. The first few shows I did, I had a pretty big headache, but it was all like energy at the top of my head. And it took me a couple of weeks to figure out that it was all this energy that I was taking in, and I wasn't moving it around. It was just kind of settling in my head. So once I figured that out, I started moving it around, and it doesn't happen anymore. But there's a lot of energy here, a lot of really good, powerful energy, and a lot of love. Sugar Magnolia says, "Hi everyone, I think my shadow has dominated recently. I just am learning this." Wow, good morning. We're really happy you're here. And, that can be kind of a scary feeling sometimes because it almost feels like you have another personality and like they're taking over, but they're really not. Always know that you are always in control. It's all you. Everything is up to you. Like I was just telling Katie, send lots of love and light to that shadow place. Because once you send some light, it's gonna brighten it up and take away the darkness. And we all have issues that we need to work on. I mean, we're human, so of course we do. But the important thing is, it's not how many issues you have or what issues you need to work on, and never be embarrassed or anything like that about what your issues are, because we all have them and they're all based on our life experiences and different things we've gone through. Now, of course, some can be from past life experiences, and sometimes we don't know that. We don't realize that. But that can also be an effect. But the important thing about working on your issues is helping yourself to heal. And that's what it'll do. And it can be very difficult because sometimes our issues are so deeply rooted in who we think we are that we feel like we won't be us without our issues. But that's not true. When we heal our issues, no matter how deeply rooted they are, think of it as a root being pulled out of the ground and like from a tree. So these are some big roots. And once you take that out, that space where the root was gets all filled with light and love. So when that happens, you know that it's just going to illuminate you and illuminate who you are at your deepest level. And then that will radiate out for everyone to see. So don't ever be afraid of working on your issues or be embarrassed about them or be fearful. Because once you heal those issues and those places in you that need that healing, you are just going to soar. Absolutely soar. So let's see. Okay, I'm going to pull another card for everyone. And this card is overcoming difficulties. And that's what our issues are. They are difficulties in life. And this is Archangel Raguel, and he says, "The worst is now behind you, and you are surmounting any previous challenges." So we could think of issues as challenges instead of issues, because I know sometimes you say, "What are your issues and problems?" That sounds a little negative. So maybe we should think of them as challenges. And that it could give it a little bit more positive energy boost there. And it's just so empowering when you can overcome something that was holding you back. It's just the most empowering, life-altering feeling that you can experience. And I want everyone to experience that. You just have to step out of your comfort zone and, speak your voice. And Melissa Parks has a smiley face. We love you, Melissa. Katie says, "Writing and nature. Also, I apologize for commenting sporadically. Have often been scattered by nature, but I can also multitask really well and light." Thank you. Oh, no problem. I do that too. But then when you think of something, you got to hurry up and say it before sometimes that thought will leave. And it's a little worse when you're talking though. And all of a sudden your whole train of thought of what you were going to say just flies right out of your head. But it does happen to all of us sometimes. Now, as I was shuffling, another card just flew out. And it says, "Teaching and learning." And that's what we're all doing. We're all teaching each other and we're all learning from each other. Archangel Raguel says, keep an open mind and learn new ideas. Then teach these ideas to others. Well, now that's really great advice. But we really are. We're all teachers and we're all students. You know, I know stuff that some of you don't know. You know stuff that I don't know. But we can all help each other out and we can all teach each other. And isn't that why we're here? To help each other out? You know, offer a helping hand, show everyone some kindness. Katie says, wow. Melissa says, yes. It's awesome. And kindness is very important. Well, Katie says, yes, she's been seeing this message often. Oh, that's awesome. So this is some confirmation for you. That's pretty sweet. Every day before I start the show, you know, I talk to the angels and ask for their guidance and ask that you receive the messages that you need to hear. So I'm very, very grateful to know that they do. They never, ever disappoint or you know, let me down. And it's just really cool because I can look at a card and like I have no idea what you're going through, but the messages that I get from the card seem to, you know, hit on point. And that's really, it's really important that you receive the information that you need to receive. And just know that that's all divinely guided through the angels. You know, that's where it all comes from. And Katie says, on point, yes. No news is good news. Joyce says, I'm always on point. Well, thank you, Joyce. I appreciate that very much. So I hope everybody is staying well and safe out there and taking really good care of yourselves. And, you know, while you're busy sending love and light to other people, send some to yourself too. You know, give yourself a hug because we can all do that. Just wrap your arms around yourself and give yourself a hug. I know that right now with, you know, this health crisis that we have going on in the, you know, in the world, that we can't be with people as much, you know, as we want to and or as much as we really need to. So it's important that we give ourselves that love and attention that we may not be getting from someone else right now. Of course, it's always good to give yourself that love and attention, but even more so now because sometimes it's hard for people to connect when they can't get together. Thank God there's social media where we can get together and meet like-minded people just like we are right here. I'm so grateful for that. You know, it takes me a little while to find my way around, like, you know, new apps and things like that. But once I do, I really enjoy social media. I remember when my daughter was in kindergarten and they started learning computers. And this was a long time ago before people really had computers much in their homes. And I had learned about the internet and I thought, oh, geez, I don't think I'm going to like this. I don't want my kids on the internet. You don't know, you know, who you're going to come in contact with, and people can be anybody on the internet. And of course, over the years, I've learned that, you know, it is what it is, and it's all up to the person and how they use it. And I think it's one of the greatest tools that we have now, because I mean, if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't all be together here. So I'm really grateful. But you can learn so much. I mean, it's helping us to expand our horizons in every way. You know, you want some information, what do? We Google it. You want to meet people that, you know, have the same thought patterns as you can find a group for that. It's just with everything. And it's nice because then you feel like you're not alone. And right now with all of this virus stuff, you know, a lot of people do feel so alone. So it's really important to reach out to others, especially if it's someone that you know, maybe doesn't have family around, maybe it's a neighbor, or just see how they're doing, or, just say hi. And, if you can't call them on the phone and, you can't get within 6 feet, take them a little gift or something and leave it on their porch with a note. People appreciate kindness. People really appreciate it when someone just totally goes out of their way and just does something really random. I mean, it's such a beautiful thing. I saw a video on Facebook yesterday, and it was a young man who's probably maybe like 14, and this elderly woman looked like the subway or something, selling flowers. And he went and bought a dozen of flowers from her and then gave them to her. And the look on her face was priceless. And yes, I do realize that someone was videotaping this, so it may have been staged and planned, but that's not even the point. The point is that it was a beautiful, beautiful sentiment, and it meant everything to this sweet little old lady. And you could tell how touched she was. And, do a good deed every day. I remember when I was a kid, that's what they always said, just do one good deed every day. And one good deed a day will change the world. Katie says, thanks for that reminder. Well, you're welcome. It all soaks in. It does. And, we can hear the same thing. Oops, sorry. We can hear the same thing 5 times, and it just does not resonate with us. And then we can hear it a 6th time, where maybe the wording is just a little bit different, and boom, it gets us. And that, that happens with information all the time. But that's the reason for that, is because we hear what we need to hear when we're ready to hear it. And, I can think of things that all of a sudden I had that light bulb moment, and I would think back and think, oh my gosh, I've heard this probably 100 times in my life. Why did I never get it? It's because you weren't at a place in your life where you could, where you were ready to get it and ready to accept it and receive it, and you weren't open to it. So just know that everything is in divine timing, and everything will come to you when it's supposed to. And it is, for humans, it's a hard concept because we're human. And we think of time, is it going to be a week, a month, a year? But, in the spiritual world, there is no time. There's only now. So it's really good for us to get into that place of living in the moment. I love those days when I'm just, doing stuff and so busy that I don't even look at the clock, and I don't even have a clue what time it is. I don't like to live by a clock necessarily. I mean, I know that, in our world, we have to do that as far as, appointments and different things like that. But I like it when, I'm not thinking about that time concept. And because really it's true, we only have now, this very moment. Don't put off anything that, you've been thinking about doing or wanting to do, or if there's someone you've been thinking about reaching out to, but, you haven't talked to them in a long time, so you feel uncomfortable about it. Don't wait. They're not going to be here forever. You're not going to be here forever. And the time is now. The time is now to start living your authentic life, to start following your dreams, to start living in your truth. There is no time like the present. And eventually one day, we're not going to be here. And don't die with your music still in you, as Wayne Dyer would always say. And I love those words because they're so, so important. There's something that you're here to do, and you need to do it. Don't die before that is done. Don't take it with you. Do it now, and it will help to change this entire world. It will help others to awaken. It will help transform other people's lives as well as your own. And, it's a transformation. There's so many transformations taking place right now. Joyce says wonderful words. Well, thank you, Joyce. I just want to tell everyone, thank you so much for being here. And I hope to see you next week. And you have a really wonderful week. And I'm sending you all lots and lots of love and light. I love you guys so much. I'm very grateful. Thank you so much.
Become a Goldylocks Productions VIP patron.
Receive exclusive access to live stream special and other epic perks. Join the Goldylocks Productions VIP community today.